God forbid bad thing. But if I have a chance to choose between Reno Omokri and Festus Keyamo, I may likely pick Festus Keyamo. Right? No doubt, two incarnates of Lucifer. No wahala, two agents of Satan. No problem. But you see, I would rather pick a Festus Keyamo who has chosen to stay with somebody, remain there despite all odds. He doesn't care what every other person thinks. But as long as this person believes and trusts in me, I'm going to remain there and defend that person 247. But Reno Omokri, you cannot just for any reason determine, know, decide, understand, recognize who the person is, what he stands for, what he holds in high esteem. I don't know. A liar is better than a manipulator. You see, for a liar, you could just know this person is a liar, so you can avoid that person. You can walk away from that person. You see, a manipulator, fear that person. Because you never really can tell who the person is standing with, what the person is standing for, what's the person's next goal, what the person's next projection, what's the person's next step. The person can be for you today, and by that you make a decision or plan with the person for tomorrow. The person is no longer with you. That's who Reno Omokri is, a manipulator. And it's looking very likely that Reno Omokri is a Jonah in the ship of anybody that wants to lead in this country. He is. And anybody that wants to grow in life, you want to run your political race in future, Reno Omokri will become that person you should avoid. Let me break this down to bits and pieces. Reno Omokri worked with Goodluck Jonathan and was his media aide for a long while. He managed his social media for a long while. Goodluck Jonathan lost the election of retaining his office as president of this country in 2015. Reno Omokri went on to working for Peter Obi. Worked with him for years. Was his social media aide, managed his social media account until Peter Obi left PDP and went to the Labour Party. That's close. Reno Omokri till today has never left Peter Obi. And one thing that I am 100% happy about, if Reno has got anything against Peter Obi, this would have been the time. Go to Reno Omokri's social media. In the heat of this argument about Bola Ahmed Tinubu's, Abimbola Adenike Tinubu's credentials that someone is bearing currently and sitting in an office in Nigeria, Reno Omokri is not in any way disturbed or having conversations around it. His problem is with Peter Obi and Rufai Oseni of Arise TV. I don't know, but you would have been bothered. Reno Omokri was on Atiku or PDP's presidential campaign team payroll for the period of the election. I'm aware. He was being paid for doing the job he was doing for the campaign team. And now that his principal that he works for is in Chicago, trying to get document that he will use to prosecute his ambition to the letter and get the Supreme Court to give him a chance to become the president of this country that he has always wanted for years. Reno Omokri is fighting Atiku Abubakar as a top. That's what it means. Because if your principal, your boss, is asking for the court to instruct the school to provide him documents, and you are on social media saying that the man went to the school and all the certificates he has gotten is the only thing he has said is that he doesn't know the primary or secondary school he attended, but Tinubu went to the school, he has a certificate, and you're asking, who is Reno working for? Reno is a Jonah. Avoid him. So I'm asking, is it that this man has vowed that people that he works for, he must bring them down? Or is a mole that has been sent to some of these people, slaves and career that they are not aware of? Share this video, let this video get to Reno Omokri or people that want to use Reno. Whoever Reno is working with right now, and guess what? Like people have always said, I see it. When you sell your brother to a stranger, even the stranger will not trust you. Because there was a time he betrayed Goodluck Jonathan. And when Jonathan was said to become, he said a lot and said Jonathan cannot for any reason till today he has abandoned Jonathan. Because if he was a good man, if he was sincere, Jonathan may have left office as president, but he has become a global phenomenon. And I'm sure Jonathan would have kept the relationship with him. And the Peter Obi that you worked with, I'm not saying you're going to work with somebody and remain there. All of us have at one point or the other moved away from certain relationship, certain work environment and all that. But you don't wake up and begin to fight with an nail with that person because there was a good time, except if the person. Until Peter Obi left PDP, Reno was still working with him. In fact, there were so many revelations that at one point, Reno went on social media to say that you should forget about Peter Obi's followers, that most of them are bots, right? They were robots, so to speak, that were more of the followers that Peter Obi had. Not knowing to them that weeks before that time or days before, Peter Obi had handed over his page to some professionals to help him clean up the page and remove the bots that him, Reno Omokri, put on the page. And so when they now did some level of evaluation, they said that it was less than 10% bots that were still there, but they were still doing cleanup. So Reno Omokri had used an information. He was the one that, when people around you, they are giving you advice, be careful. Somebody will aid you and say, go and do that thing, go and do that bad thing. I just imagine for once that Reno Omokri has laundered money for Peter Obi. Reno Omokri had helped Peter Obi to push a narrative or try to do something. But now, you think Peter Obi would have had the integrity that he has right now? There was a particular time that we were told that Peter Obi called Reno and said, what have I done to you? It's not going to stop Peter Obi. Who God has blessed, no man can curse. But I'm just saying, I'm sitting down to say, may God not let me meet a Reno in my life. Ah! That evil. You're not bothered about Atiku's interest. A man that you say you are working for the party for. You're not the one doing unnegotiated PRO for on social media for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you could go and check. It wasn't now. I know the man is on exile. He tormented Buhari too much. He couldn't come back to the country. Of course, also hearing that there are several other criminal drama around him, his house, his marriage. I don't discuss people's weaknesses here. I really stay away from that because we are all weak men, right? But then you can understand that I thought Reno would have realized. Sometimes there are certain clips of Peter Obi that I deliberately do not share. I may not agree with him in that thought. I may not like his approach to it. I stay quiet. There are certain videos of pastors, men of God, attacking them, or maybe they try to even sell a narrative and say, no, this. I watched a video one time of a particular man of God, and he was cursing another person. It was loud. The curse was loud. I said, no, I can't share that. No, you can't. There are better ways to say it. I can't share that. So Reno could have as well said, okay, I don't agree with Atiku's project on this, so I'm going to stay away. But he's on social media. Go on Reno's Twitter account right now. He's dragging Peter Obi and Rufai. He's dragging them. And it's not because dragging them will change anything. It's not going to affect anything. Rufai has grown to becoming the biggest broadcaster in this country. That's for facts. It's dogged, rugged, determined, unquenchable, and that's certain. It's not because he speaks my mind. I don't know if he's a neutral journalist. He's objective, so he's not in any political campaign. But he speaks my mind. Just the way I'm not a radical, can't carry me over any political party in this country. But I just think I see from a perspective of what the country should be. So whoever is standing close may not be 100% round peg in round hole, but I think this is closer in perspective and ideology. I can pitch my tent. And that's what I think Rufai has constantly do. He has not pitched it to any candidate, unlike me, but I'm sure that he has. But Reno is on social media dragging them as against supporting the ambition of his boss. So it's Reno working. We could have let Reno see this without beg. If you ask, may God not let you meet Reno in your life. No. May Reno see this video. Share this video. And I want Atiku and his, I don't know how, but I just feel like, I sat down this morning and I like, what? Reno Omokri? Someone that most Nigerian young people used to follow, sharing nugget. There was a particular challenge that Reno had with one South African multi-billionaire speaker and business coach, Vusi. Yes, Vusi. I saw how Nigerians went on social media to campaigning for Reno. I think it was Business Influencer of the Year. It was heavy. He won it. But Vusi's influence has been more than what Reno has done. Because Vusi has physical meetings, I've learned from him, I've watched him, I've read him. But Reno is just social media sharing nuggets. But Nigerians sentimentally, emotionally voted Reno over Vusi. But now, looking back to see that was it. And this is politics aside. A lot of you who are even campaigning for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a lot of you are going to come to this page. You know you have never benefited anything specifically. Or you have chosen to stay with somebody who are asking, what is Reno standing for? Anybody without values and principle, run from that person. Run. No matter what the person is giving to you or doing for you. Because you are at best a second away from being betrayed. Good night.